Alright, what is going on, everybody? So it's been quite a long time since I made a video. We've kind of just been working on a lot of things in the background that I haven't really wanted to make a video on. But we have a few things we need to explain about the project because things are starting to get into motion here. So I just pulled the wagon back out from its little hiding spot, gave it a wash. So first thing you might notice is that it's a lot more taken apart than last time. The whole dash is taken out. I had to take that door panel off because the door lock was messed up. But yeah, we don't have an HVAC control. We don't have a harness. We don't have pretty much anything in it right now. So that's what I'm about to get to right now. So, as a lot of people probably saw on Facebook or Instagram, if you guys follow us on there, I picked up this 05 STI that we've been working on. This is what was taking up all the time in the background. I've just been stripping this thing. This was a complete car when we started. It was crashed, obviously, but it's an 05 STI, has decent miles on it, and I picked it up for a pretty good deal. So I sold the motor out of it. Well, I sold the short block, kept the heads. I still need to take a few more parts off, but this is pretty much the state it's in right now. This one, as you can see, also doesn't have a harness. So I got my dash right over here, and the harness is actually out getting merged. So we are doing a full STI harness merge, full swap. I'm going to be taking the front subframe out of this, steering rack. We're going to run probably an IAG stage 2 tough block, 257, built heads, cams, everything. I'm going to be taking all that out of here. We're going to run it off the stock 05 STI computer. Which means I have to take a lot of things like the ignition cylinder, the immobilizer, and get all that stuff to work in the car. So that's where the harness merge comes in. Okay, so what makes a harness merge like this difficult is on Legacies, the ECU is down here in the left-hand side passenger floorboard, driver floorboard. So on GDs, it's actually mounted under the floor area over there. So the whole harness is kind of backwards. So basically what you have to do is you have to find a JDM Forester STI harness. So that will take the 257, but the ECU on the JDM Foresters is on this side. So you're actually able to merge it correctly and have your wire lengths be right and stuff like that. It makes it a lot easier. So I found out that iWire is stopping their support for these old Legacies. So the harness merge that I'm getting is probably one of the last harness merges from iWire that will ever be done. Normally when I build cars, I like to kind of do things that other people can kind of follow along with. And they can do it themselves. Like with all the other builds we've done, it's all stuff that is readily available and supported, and you can do the same build yourself. But with iWire not doing the support for these cars anymore because they're so old and the wiring's brittle and the layout's difficult, and there's also just not very many people who are into them anymore as there used to be. It's just not worth it for them to do these harness merges anymore. So that's why I haven't made a video in a while. Is the stuff I've been working on is not really things that you guys can follow along with and do with me. So yeah, it's kind of sad that, they don't support this anymore, but, we have one of the last ones in the world. So that's pretty cool. So don't be going and asking iWire to do this for you. They will not do it. They've already told other people no, some of my friends. So they're done. It's the last one. So at least you guys get to follow along and see how we do it. But yeah, this is going to be pretty next level build for us. But yeah, this thing is in pretty rough shape now. It was actually a pretty local car. If you guys wanted to see what it looked like before, you can check out that Instagram. It was tuned by my buddy, actually the same guy who I bought this car from, tuned this car just recently before it got crashed. It's that guy right there, tuned by Wally. So make sure to check him out if you wanted to see this car in action. I think he's got some videos up of it, but I still need to get the transmission out of this thing and get the knuckles out. These are 5x114, which I don't actually have 5x114 wheels anymore. I sold the ones off this. So I need to get these knuckles swapped onto that and these knuckles swapped onto this, so this can become a roller, go to the scrapyard, and that thing can come in here. And we can actually get started on doing the underbody coating, because I want to paint the whole bottom of the car. We're going to go through all of that. So just rust proof everything. I'm going to paint the engine bay, which is something I've never done before. This thing has really good paint already. As you guys can see, it's super clean. But there are a few paint defects I want to fix. I think we're probably going to end up repainting this front bumper here. I did get a set of JDM OEM fog lights, so I'm going to replace these with the actual fog lights that are supposed to be in this car. Just going to get all the little, Japanese odds and ends, little goodies that are super hard to find. I'm going to have on this car and make something super unique. So that's. Oh yeah, the other paint defect is here in the back. This hatch, I believe, was repainted when I was cleaning it just now. It's just like chipping off. And there's a big dent right here in the top. So the hatch is going. I have everybody who has a new hatch. It's perfect, same paint code. So I'm gonna swap over the harness inside this one and everything. I got a new trim piece. We're gonna repaint the rear bumper to get rid of these little scratches. And then the back of the car will be basically perfect at that point. I'm probably gonna end up getting a wing for the back. I might have to paint the roof, but the actual body itself is super, super straight and clean. So it's gonna be a big help there. But this is the state of the engine bay. So all this is gonna have to be sanded down. We're going to be taking the ABS out. We're going to do a custom ABS delete and make my own custom front brake lines. We're going to use the STI booster, master, everything STI, except I'm probably going to keep the original AC because it does work still. So we're keeping AC. We're going to have working AC. That's a big thing with this build, is I want everything to work like a factory STI, but make a bunch of power in an old legacy body. So I think I'm just going to repaint the engine bay white, just get the original paint code, sand off all this surface rust. None of it's too severe. There's a little bit on the battery tray there, but that can all be sanded off and repainted. We're going to do the rust proofing underbody coating for the whole car, so every inch is painted and protected. I got to get some Enki wheels. I did get, which was nice, this car actually had brand new brakes just done. They're just got a little bit of surface rust on them. So these are actually brand new. They have maybe a couple thousand miles on them. I have a nicer set of Brembo calipers. These are kind of chipped up, so I'm going to use those calipers. I got to get some custom coilovers made, or at least custom as far as, GC top hats on GD coilovers, basically, for the rear. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video, kind of give you guys an explanation. It's been about a month since we made any kind of upload, and this is why. This is what we've been working on. It's kind of hard to make videos about stripping a car while you're also selling the parts off the car. And I mean, selling parts, anybody who's done it knows selling parts on Facebook Marketplace, like parting out an STI, is horrible. It is one of the worst experiences ever. So I don't think I'll ever do this again. Just dealing with that many people at once was ridiculous. So glad that's over at this point. I just only stuff left I'm keeping. So need to drop hopefully the front subframe's not bent. It doesn't look like it. I think this little tie-in right here for the old U-brace is bent, but that's not a big deal. I'm not using a U-brace anyway. So I got brand new control arms for it. You can actually get these online. So I have these brand new control arms that have all new bushings and ball joints. This is the manifold. I gotta they painted it black for some reason, so I got to strip all this paint back. We're going to go with some kind of custom color. I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I just have a pile of parts. There's the booster, pedals, all this kind of stuff. I had to go through, this is the engine harness I've been going through right now. I've been replacing all the connectors because like this one was broken, so I just went through and de-pinned each one by one, popped them all through. I got these from iWire. They sell, if you guys need any connectors for Subarus, they sell all of these connectors, which is super handy. Like they actually continue to make these connectors new. So like the throttle body, because it's drive-by-wire, so the throttle body connector was busted. So I replaced that. So I'm going to go and continue to go through the whole harness, replace all the heat shrink, all the tape, just make this all nice. The cylinder heads are the good B25 casting heads. They're actually recently redone. They look like crap because the battery exploded and put acid all over everything, but you can tell they used to be really nice. But when the car was crashed, the cam gears were smashed, and it bent all the valves. So but that's not a big deal. They're getting rebuilt anyway. We're gonna probably go with all GSC valve train, cam, springs, retainers, all of that. So I've just been kind of collecting parts. I got some TGV delete housings. These are my old S20 heads. Those are not being used. Might end up selling those, not sure. But I got the TGVs, I got the manifold, I got the harness. Just need to fix the heads and get a block. And so I usually like to build, as you guys watch my channel, you know, I like to build my own bottom ends. I like to build my own short blocks and long blocks, and I like to do everything I possibly can myself. But it's something I've never done before is just buy a built engine brand new. And that's where IAG kind of comes in. They build amazing engines. I've been working with them a lot through my job, and they just have an awesome product. And for the amount of money it costs, like they use brand new case halves from Subaru. It's not a you know like a used engine that was rebuilt. It's like a brand new case halves, brand new cranks. They have their own custom forged rods and pistons that they do in house, and then they end up selling them. You can, for at least a short block or even a long block, is so close to what it would cost in just parts and machine work and everything to do it yourself at home is pretty much equivalent. So that's kind of where I'm at, where it's like I can spend almost the exact same amount of money and just get one ready to go, built with a warranty. So that's kind of why IAG has a monopoly on the market right now. Is that they just build an awesome product for such a little amount of money. It's insane. So I'm probably going to go with their stage 2 tough block, because we are shooting for, you know, close to 500 wheel horsepower in this, which in a little white station wagon is going to be pretty rowdy. Hoping to keep it around 3,200 pounds, maybe even less if we can get some weight out of it, but it's going to be pretty nasty. So that's kind of where we're at. We're at the part now where we're going to be ordering a lot of parts. This should be leaving soon. Get all the rest of the parts off of it we need, and it's build time. We're going to be doing the paint work. Another big thing that I wanted to talk about is we invested in a TIG welding setup. So we don't know anything about TIG welding, so I'm not going to do some kind of review on this or anything. Like, this is our starter. Like, we're learning, as you can see. We just practicing with some stainless, and we're using these cards for just practice on doing aluminum. So we're going to be doing all the fabrication on this ourselves: exhaust work, intercooler, piping, and this is just a big step for us, and the channel is actually being able to weld stuff. This is the Prime Weld TIG setup that you can get. It's like a $900 welder. With all the supplies and everything, we're in this setup about $2,000, which is not bad. So we're just going to be practicing and trying to do all this stuff ourselves for the first time. So pretty excited about that too. But yeah, this is just a quick update video on where we're at with the STI Legacy Wagon. that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions related to this or whatever, just leave in the comments. We have some more progress to show. I'll make some more videos. Really just got to get this thing gone, and then parts can start going in this. It's actually content I can show you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.